Okay, in this video, we're going to talk about how we can know equivalent fractions with multiplication rather than having to draw out an image or a visual for us to understand each time. I alluded to this in the previous videos. If you are someone who is not very familiar with your multiplication facts to the 12 times tables, please practice them, because this is one of those areas where it's just so much easier if you just know. For example, here we have, so they're saying, sorry, I should read it first. Type the missing number that makes these fractions equal. So I'm just going to write it out even bigger down here. 2/5 is equal to what over 10? So if we split a pizza into 5 pieces and I said I'll give you 2, what is that if I split the pizza into 10 pieces? So yes, you could draw this out. I could make a pizza, I could split it in 5, then split it in 10 and see how many 2 pieces is, but there is a faster way. I hope that when you look at 5 and 10, you immediately recognize that 5 times 2 equals 10. What you do to the bottom, you have to do to the top. So now I'm just solving this sort of fraction multiplication question. 2 times 2 equals 4. It makes it really simple if you can recognize the multiples, the multiplication in here. So 2/5 is equal to 4/10. And just in case you didn't believe me, here's a nice quick visual. 1/2 is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4/10. But see how much faster that was? And you don't need to have a fraction strip sheet with you all the time. Similar example, type the missing number that makes the fractions equal. The only thing that's a bit different about this one is our brains have an easier time going from left to right. This time you're kind of going from right to left. So there's a couple ways you can think about it. You could, if you prefer multiplication over division, you could say to yourself, okay, I know that 4 times 2 equals 8. What times 2 equals 10? Obviously, the answer is 5. If, however, you like division and you choose to go this way, you say, okay, 8 divided by 2 equals 4. I'm going to write that in there. 8 divided by 2 equals 4. So 10 divided by 2 equals 5. Yes, we get the same answer both times because we've just looked at it from different directions. 4 times 2 is 8, 5 times 2 is 10, 8 divided by 2 is 4, 10 divided by 2 is 5. You choose which way you want. Just make sure whatever you choose to do to the bottom, you do the same to the top. If you did times in one place and divided in the other, it's not going to work. Let's prove it with the fraction strips. Here you see that 1, 2, 3, 4/5 is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8/10. In this example, they're now asking us to identify which fraction is equivalent to 6/8. So I'm just going to write 6/8. I'm going to start trying them, okay? Yes, it turns out our first example is going to be the one, but that's fine. So 3/4, 3 times 2 equals 6, 4 times 2 equals 8. So already I know that one's correct, but let's just show how we can rule out the other ones as well. Next, I'm trying 10/11. 6 times nothing easy equals 10, and 8 times nothing easy equals 11, so I don't like that one. Let's try 6/8 and 5/7. 5 times nothing easy equals 6, 7 times nothing easy equals 8, so that's no good. And then 6/8 and 8/10. Nope, doesn't work either. So definitely 3/4 is the one we want. Just to really prove it to you using the fraction strips, you can see that 3/4 is equal to 6/8 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 eighths, but it is not equal to, there, 10 elevenths, that's here, 10 elevenths, 5 sevenths is there, no, and 8 tenths is there, no, those do not line up. In this last example, it's getting us to see which fractions are equivalent to 2/6. And yes, there's a hint, there may be more than one, so let's just start trying. 2/6. My first strategy, I'm just looking and seeing, okay, are there any multiples of 6? So I know that 6 divided by 2 can be 3, and I don't know. I wonder if, now this is going to be a little tricky for you. I kind of see that 6 times 1.5 is 9. 2 times 1.5 is 3. I can't really times 6 to get to 10 or 7, but I'm pretty sure I'm right for these ones. So I'll show you, I think I can show you a nice easy way we could visualize that actually. Okay, so we've got our 2/6. I didn't mean to write in red, that's okay. Switch back to black. I'm going to start with the 1/3. So I can say that 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 6 divided by 2 is 3. So yep, that one, sorry, I shouldn't put my, there, I should put it up here. 1/3 is correct. So now, because I know that 1/3 is equal to 2/6, there can be one on here that's also equal to both of these fractions. So this makes it easier to recognize that 3/9 is also equivalent. I'm going to write it in. Equals 3/9. And I can see that if I'm looking at the 1/3 now, if I go times 3 and times 3. 3 times 3 is 9, 1 times 3 is 3. So all three of these are equivalent. Just to finish off with some visual proof, 1/3 is equal to 2/6 is equal to 3/9. Okay, hope that helps. Good luck.